Good morning. It's Saturday, May 4th. I'm Lisa Nunez in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you for joining us live on the Fox local app. Well, demolition continues after an overpass along I-95 in Norwalk, Connecticut was heavily damaged following a fiery crash. The busy stretch is shut down both ways as repairs are underway, causing major traffic delays. The goal is to reopen I-95 by Monday morning. Governor Lamont has filed an emergency declaration to receive funding from the federal government. And more encampments were cleared and more arrests were made at the new school in NYU. Police raided both schools at the request of school officials. 43 people were arrested. Police say they also found signs and propaganda that contained anti-Israeli sentiment. And checking the forecast for the weekend today, cool with lots of clouds. Temperatures will reach 60 degrees tonight and tomorrow. Showers do move through. And get ready to pay more for your water bill. The mayor's office is going to start charging the water board rent to use their water and sewer systems. Fox 5's Chris Welch explains how that cost will be passed down to customers.
For many New Yorkers, it might feel like flushing money straight down the drain.
This is essentially the budget director taking candy from a baby.
Queens Council member James Gennaro is frustrated, to say the least, at what he calls a hidden tax. New Yorkers' water bills are about to go up thanks to a move from the mayor's office of management and budget.
And no one knows it.
The complicated move has mostly flown under the radar. The mayor's office is making use of a little-known funding mechanism. The city plans to charge its own water board more than $1.4 billion over the next 4 years to lease its water and sewer systems from the city. To cover that cost, the water board, in line with a proposal from the DEP, is planning to raise water rates for homeowners and landlords by 8 to 9%. According to the New York Times, that would be the highest hike in 14 years. And that money would go into the city's general fund. And according to Gennaro, that's one of the biggest problems.
And most people's reasonable belief is that when you get a bill from DEP and you pay your water and sewer bill, you have the reasonable expectation that that's going to water and sewer. It's not going to the Parks Department. It's not going to the police. It's not going to the fire department. It's not going to, all these other agencies.
Both DEP and the city water board did not respond by deadline, but the mayor's office says the money will be used for sewer maintenance and upgrades. And they also point out that New Yorkers pay less for water than the average person in a large American city. The mayor's office also says that for the average single-family home in the city, the rate increase will amount to less than $100 for the entire year. In the newsroom, Chris Welch, Fox 5 News.
Well, U.S. job growth slowed in April while unemployment numbers rose slightly. That's the takeaway from the latest jobs report for the month of April. Data from the Labor Department shows 175,000 jobs were added. That's well below what economists had predicted. At the same time, the unemployment rate crept up to 3.9%, continuing a 27-month streak of coming in under 4%. Creating an inclusive space where autistic people can learn valuable job skills while helping others. Fox 5's Jody Goldberg takes us to a farm on Long Island that's nourishing the community with fresh produce.
For Clara Silberman, working at Elijah Farm is more than just a job.
Being outdoors, this is also my time to socialize.
For Clara, it has become a way of life. The 29-year-old is on the autism spectrum, and while it's easy for her to get overwhelmed, the farm is a safe space that embraces every emotion.
This is also a place that gives opportunity to people who can't usually get hired elsewhere.
Elijah Farm, short for Empowering Long Island's Journey Through Autism, was founded by Deborah Tiviege.
Look at all the beautiful plants growing.
Her 25-year-old son Jason has autism. She wanted to create an inclusive place where young adults like him could have a purpose.
In general, children with autism, when they age out of the school system, they call it the service cliff. They no longer receive busing, education, support. We provide them with daily opportunities, with vocational skills, with paid employment, with something to keep them going and keep them engaged.
Are you ready for your plant?
Learners like Jimmy work here in the field.
I watered plants, but I never planted them.
To support Elijah Farm's community-supported agriculture program.
Our CSA members pay up front for 18 weeks of veggies, and then every week they come to the farm or they get delivery of a big box.
The nonprofit also sells fresh eggs and baked goods to the community at their marketplace, and they offer classes including meditation and baking. Elijah Farm is running a Pave the Way to Employment campaign to raise money to hire 4 more adults with autism to work at the marketplace and on the farm.
They learn about food storage and food preparation, which will develop their skills in order to seek future employment here at Elijah and also at other work employment opportunities.
You're helping support us, you're helping to support our farm workers, and you're helping to support this wonderful piece of land.
A labor of love that gives in more than one way. In Huntington, Long Island, Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
Governor Hochul is expanding the tuition assistance program in the 2025 budget. She made the announcement at Farmingdale State College on Long Island. Hochul also released a report showing the role the program plays in broadening college access, boosting completion rates, and fostering educational equity.
Because the circumstances for those who only have a high school degree or less, economically, they can't afford to live in a great place like Long Island. It just will not work for them. So that's what this is all about.
Since the program began in 1974, the state says it's provided nearly $30 billion to help more than 6 million New Yorkers attend college. Well, the Knicks officially advancing to round 2 of the NBA playoffs, where they will face the Indiana Pacers. The two teams have a historic rivalry going back decades. Fox 5's Jennifer Williams looks into how it all got started.
It was such a ferocious rivalry.
When John Starks' head met Reggie Miller's face in the first round of the 1993 Eastern Conference playoffs, one of the greatest rivalries in all of sports was born.
When somebody starts to take cheap shots on you, then, you know, you can only take so much.
I don't think I did anything to John to make him mad. I think something happened earlier in the day. Maybe room service was late or something.
And Reggie Miller became the Garden's biggest villain.
Number 31, Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller is still enemy number 1, even when he strolls into the Garden as a broadcaster.
Miller became known as the Knicks killer for his ability to make clutch shots in the biggest moments.
And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line and hits again.
And Reggie Miller killed them in '95 with his 8 points in the final 9 seconds that essentially won the series for the Pacers.
Mark Berman covered the Knicks for the New York Post for 23 years and remembers when the arch rivals met in the playoffs 6 times from 1993 to 2000.
The Knicks were by far the number 1 team in town all through the 90s, the tough guy Knicks, and the Pacers matched them in toughness, and that's why it was such a great series. The Larry Johnson 4-point play on the way to another final may have been the loudest moment in Garden history. And the last one, when the Knicks lost in 2000 to the Pacers in 6 games, it was the final farewell for Patrick Ewing. He got booed as he left the court.
Both teams haven't won a title since 1973, the Knicks in the NBA and the Pacers in the ABA. Game 1 is Monday at the Garden, 7:30 tip. From the newsroom, Jennifer Williams, Fox 5 News.
Well, something to make you smile on this Saturday morning. A North Carolina Target has an adorable new store greeter. Meet a Say. Really cutie right there. The 1-year-old toddler went viral on TikTok after he began greeting people at the retail giant. He made such an impression. The store invited the child and his mom to spend the morning at Target, where a Say made an honorary team member, greeting customers in his very own Target uniform. He was later gifted with a $500 gift card. Well, officers bust a passenger at Miami International Airport with a different kind of contraband. Check out this bag of snakes. The TSA says it was hidden in the passenger's pants. And a final check of the forecast today, cool with lots of clouds. Temperatures will reach 60 degrees tonight and tomorrow. Showers will move through. And that does it for us this morning. I'm Rosanna Nunez. Have a great day. And remember, Fox 5 News is always streaming here on the Fox local app.